eightyfivebeauty.com. My name is Keela Fowler. I'm the founder and CEO of 85 Beauty, and 85 Beauty is all about kicking intimidation to the curb and showing you how makeup can feel easy and accessible. So everything I want you to keep in mind is that if you are finding that when it comes to makeup, you have frustration or you have just something that you just can't figure out, or you're trying to get a particular look and you're just not getting there, that's what I'm here to help you with. And I do this in a variety of ways. I have an email list that I send out every month. I do a particular newsletter, and in that newsletter, I give you an action step that you can take away and actually implement something into your makeup routine or into the way that you experience makeup. And then I also go on here on Facebook Live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I do 85 Beauty Talks, which is our special time together to talk about makeup, and I give you some kind of lesson and a takeaway item so that you feel a lot more confident when it comes to makeup. The private lessons really came out of a lot of conversation that I've been having with all of you. And what I was hearing was the same frustrations over and over again, and I wanted to be able to do something to help in a way that felt supportive and in a way that made you feel like you weren't alone, right? Because one client in particular, she said to me, because I did the Back to Basics workshop, and so that was a group workshop, it was online, and we did videos every day for a full week. And she said, I found myself laughing because someone talked about a mistake that she was making, and she's like, oh good, they did that too. I didn't feel alone anymore, because she realized that she was making the same mistake that she saw or heard from the video. She's like, oh gosh, I totally do that as well. And it's very different when you have somebody to show you oh, just do this instead of doing that, versus you just trying to figure it out on your own, or not even knowing what mistake you're making, just understanding that you're not getting the result that you want. Okay, so we're going to start with some of your feedback. This is what I've been hearing, and I want to talk to you specifically about how the private makeup lessons address all of those items. The first thing that I've been hearing is, I don't have the time. When it comes to makeup, you feel like you just don't have the time to make it happen. The other side of that, though, is you feel pretty when you have makeup on. And so there's a disconnect, right? You don't have the time to put on the makeup, but you feel pretty when you have the makeup on. And what I know to be true, and you are also telling me that you have experienced to be true, is when you look good, you feel good. And so that translates in everything that you do. When you feel more put together, when you feel pretty, everything about your day that can just be kind of crappy is a lot less crappy. It just is. Because there's this moment where you just hit a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and you look great, that it's just a little bit of a confidence boost that okay, you can do it, right? Where your kid's freaking out, they won't eat, they're making a mess, and you're just like, when is this day going to be over? And then somehow, some way, right, you go to grab something from the bathroom and you see yourself in the mirror and you feel like you look pretty, even though your kid is still being really frustrating at that moment. You're like, it's going to be okay. Inside, there's a voice that tells you it's going to be okay. It does. It happens. And so I want to help you get from the I don't have time to the time that I invest in the morning is worth it for how I feel all day. And I understand that you're like, yeah, that sounds great, but how do we do that? Because I literally don't have the time. And I'm saying, you don't need 25 minutes. You don't need 20 minutes. I did today's makeup in less than 10 minutes. And depending on what look you want, you maybe don't even need 10. Can you give it 5? Can you give it 7? Because I can show you the way that you are going to be able to do that with the least amount of product possible and the least amount of time commitment possible. But what's happening is you're investing the time, you're not getting the result that you want, and then that is reaffirming that it's not worth your time. I think that's what is really not being said, but I want to be the person to like have the honest conversation with you about how it really feels. And if I'm correct, and I need you to just give me like a little thumbs up or something, right? If I'm correct, what you are really meaning when you say I don't have the time is it's not worth my time. And that kind of takes me to the next point that I keep hearing, which is I feel like I have more important things to do. Yeah, that's real. I was listening to a podcast this morning and the woman was saying that she's like, listen, if it's between me doing my makeup to record these podcast episodes or me getting my podcast episodes done, I'm going to get my podcast episodes done. She's like, I don't need a face of makeup to do that, but I do need to get the podcast done. And so she feels like, I don't have the time for this. Like, I just got to get my work done. So feel that. I so feel that for sure. And I have those moments too. I find that like we don't have honest conversations about the reality of everything it takes to feel really good about yourself and to put yourself first. It does take time and it takes effort. And some days, listen, all I want to do is like wake up slowly, drink a cup of coffee, and be on my couch doing anything but putting myself together. And I like to be fancy, y'all. I love a fancy look. I love a fancy like process. I am into all of it. But I feel you when you're like, listen, I got more important things to do. If it's between me going to support my nieces in basketball or to see my nephew, I am much more open to going to do those things than being like, oh, but hold on, let me blend my eyeshadow. No. So let's just think about that for a moment. Some days you have more important things to do. Yes, right? I hear you, Tawana. Some days you do have more important things to do, but do you always have more important things to do if this is the first thing you do in your day? Right? Like, let's back that up for a moment. The first thing you do in your day should be getting ready. And so what happens is when you put off getting ready, that's when you run out of time. And that's when you're like, I don't have time for this because now I have to feed my kid, right? Like now I have to like clean up after, right? Like God forbid, like your dog gets sick, throws up all over the floor. You're like, I don't have time for this now. I got to clean the floor, right? Life gets in the way. But if you are committed to like, all right, I'm going to take 7 minutes to make myself look and feel great really fast, the rest of the day just takes care of itself, right? Okay, so let's kind of transition into hearing about what all is available and how it's actually not as straightforward as it might seem, okay? I'm going to go a little backwards in some of these because yesterday was not the day I was thinking of. Yesterday was Sunday. On Saturday, I was in the 85 Beauty Society Facebook group and I was talking about all of these and I want you to hear about them in an opposite way because I started with like makeup bag breakdown. Let me talk to you about that. I actually want to talk to you first about the biggest item, which is your ultimate makeup collection. Because for some of you, this is the dream. Like this is nobody does that. No one does. But man, if they would, my life would be epically changed forever. And I just wish somebody would come up with it. So this is literally what you have. This is like the combination of everything you have told me you want. Okay? And this is what it is. Your ultimate makeup collection is for anyone who is utterly confused by which steps to take, which brush goes with what. Do I use this with that? I don't even have all of these tools. I have to go and shop and I hate shopping. Or I have to go and shop and I don't mind shopping, but I like to get this item from Macy's and then I get this item from Nordstrom and then I get this item from Ulta. And you're either driving all over town, hitting all of these spots, or you're ordering online and waiting for things to come and get shipped to you. But either way, you just have to wait it out to get all of the pieces. That can be really frustrating, but wouldn't it just be great? Wouldn't it be great if instead you had all of the items that you needed? Tools, brushes, all of the colors, all of the products, no matter how many or how little you need, all in one package delivered to you. Wouldn't that be great? Because you can have that. It's called your Ultimate Makeup Collection. That's what it is. So it is a service that you pay for. You pay for the items, and we discuss ahead of time, and I give you a price list. We talk about and agree on everything that you need and want in that collection, and I do all of the collecting for you. I package it beautifully, and then I deliver it to you. Done. And from there on, you get, it's like Christmas morning, right? If you celebrate Christmas or your birthday. Everybody has a birthday, whether you celebrate it like me. Y'all, I love a birthday. Or not. It's like the most epic birthday present ever. In fact, this is a great gift. Like, if somebody is looking to give you an epic gift, this is the gift you ask for. So they can purchase it, and then literally we discuss everything. You submit the invoice to them and say, hey, this is what I'm looking to get. And if they're like, yup, sounds good, there you go. Epic, right? Awesome. That is absolutely a service that you can do separately, but it's also in a package with some other things I'm going to tell you about. So, other thing that comes up that I'm like, y'all, this is like your gift to me. This is my biggest dream in life. When I talk with my fourth graders about like, what do you want to be when you grow up, right? I'm like, first of all, I am who I want to be when I grow up. But second, I want to be somebody who buys makeup for other people. I love makeup shopping. Makeup shopping is like my happiest moment of life outside of being with my friends and family. I love it. It brings me joy. It makes me feel, it's like, you know, people go to museums and galleries and they like to look around. Like, I go to Ulta and Sephora and look around at all the pretty things. It is like an experience of like, wow, you're really beautiful. It's so nice to see you today. That's literally how I feel about it. So you can get an assisted makeup shopping with me. And you can do this virtually, or you can do it in person if you're local. So let me tell you a little bit about the virtual item, because I've been hearing some concern, reasonable concern, but concern. Like, what does that look like? Like, how does that really work? And instead of me telling you specifically, I wanted you to hear from a former client what this kind of looks like when it comes to the virtual piece. So just like put a pin in this piece. I'm going to come back to it when we talk about some other items, but just know you're going to hear more about like how the virtual online thing works so that you understand that yes, we can do a lot of this online. Okay. So here's what happens. The assisted makeup shopping is 1 hour. We will go shopping and I will help you navigate the completely overwhelming aisles of makeup, because there's a lot and it is easy to get distracted. And more importantly, those lovely salespeople, and I'm not saying lovely sarcastically, they are lovely and their job is to help you, but their second job is to upsell you. They have sales quotas that they need to make, and you are the cha-ching they see the moment you walk in the door. And so if you're like me and my homegirls, you are playing defense the moment you decide you're going to the store. Not even when you get in the store, the moment you decide you're going to the store, you're already like, okay, so I'm already thinking about like where the item is, like hopefully it's close and I don't have to go down a bunch of aisles, and I'm going to say like, no thank you to everything, because like, no thank you, I don't need help, but you kind of do need help because you don't know what you're looking for or where you're going. And you're like, I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be like, oh, and look at this blush when you're just going in looking for a lip gloss. You're like, no, I don't need all of that, and I don't want all of that, and I don't want to feel like the bad guy who's like, no thank you, like leave me alone, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm your buffer. You don't have to do that anymore. I will do all of that for you. I will be the person to be like, you know what? We are totally doing great. Thank you so much for checking in on us. Now, for some of you, the moment I said that, you were like, I couldn't do that. Like, I couldn't say that. I would feel really awkward and uncomfortable. And then what if they keep trying? Like, then what do I do? You don't have to worry about that. I do all of that while also showing you exactly what product to use, the difference between this one and this one, why this one costs more than this one, sometimes how they're the exact same thing in different packages. So it doesn't matter which one you buy, you're getting the same value unless it brings you joy to have that particular brand, right? I break down the whole store for you. You get an hour of assisted shopping. So you pay for the service, you pay for your products, and that is something that you can purchase. You can do that right now. Like, absolutely. You can go on eightyfivebeauty.com, you can go to the services, and then purchase that item, and you instantly get an email. You can schedule your shopping session right now. You can actually make that happen. We can be shopping by Saturday, not even playing around. Like, literally, all of Saturday is open for makeup shopping excursions. And all of these services that are available for you. So I am serious when I say, this is for you. I want you to get everything that you need. And if you're hearing this right now so far and you're like, I'm liking what I'm hearing, like, let's talk some more. What I want you to do, I want you to DM me. I want you to just go right into your messenger, send me a message. And if you're watching this on the replay or you're watching it on YouTube or on my on 85beauty.com, go ahead and email me hello@eightyfivebeauty.com and let's have a conversation. Like, let's talk one-on-one so that you can hear more to really understand if this is right for you. Because I am not interested in giving you anything that you don't need or don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to know that, yeah, this is what I need. This is my thing. This is what I've been looking for. Let's do this. I want you to feel confident in this. And so if you're just like on the fence and you're like, I have some more questions, you can absolutely put some in the comments. But if you're like, oh, it's a little awkward, I'd rather just talk one-on-one, DM me, email me, we can chat. Okay? All right, a few more things. You have the makeup demonstration, and this is I am going to help you put your makeup on. So if we are in person, literally, I am going to put on step by step. I'm going to show you how to do your makeup. And if you're like, yeah, but I already do my makeup, like I know how to do my makeup, my question to you is, great, I am so glad. But my question is this: the makeup that you're doing, when you're done, do you look the way that you want to look, or do you look the way you know you can look? Now think about that for a moment. Do you look the way you want to look, or do you look the way you know from experience you can look? And here's the difference. If you're looking the way you know you can look, that means someone has already shown you, or you've already done makeup before to the point that you're like, I know how to do this look. I know I can look this great based on these skills, these techniques. I can get from here to here. Okay? But I know this to be true. Everyone has that idea in their head of how they want to look, right? And even if it's a celebrity and you're like, man, I want that look. I want it so bad, right? That's what I can help you with. That's the piece that you're like, I just don't know how to do that. Like, I know what I want. I know what it looks like in my head. But I don't know how to do that. And I'd love to be able to. Man, if someone could just show me how to do that. Because what's happening is this. You are looking at I used the example the other day of Jennifer Aniston, because she's everywhere and a lot of people love Jennifer Aniston. She seems fabulous, right? But I'm going to give you somebody else, right? Like, let's say Beyonce, right? Ooh, I've never seen her not look great, right? You may look at Beyonce and you're like, yep, that's what I want. I don't get that, but that's what I want. And you are content with the way that you do your makeup. But if someone could give you your Beyonce look, wouldn't you be down for that? Because here's what I know. You're not going to look like Beyonce. Let me just clear that up so there's no confusion. But there is a particular thing about what you see in Beyonce's look that you can't decode yet. You're like, there's something about how she does her eyes that every time I try it, I'm missing the mark and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I want it. Like, I want that eye look. If somebody would just show it to me, man, that'd be great. That's what I can do. That's the missing piece that I'm like, let me help you. I can absolutely deliver that for you. You get what I'm saying? So the makeup demonstration gives you an hour of me showing you how to do that. Not just me doing it for you. I do it and I teach you how to do it so that when I leave, you're like, I've got this. I know how to do this now, step by step. I use this product with this brush. I know exactly how to do it. Okay? And here's the big piece. There's also a bonus demonstration. So you would, if you're hearing this, and you're like, give me. I want that. There's the makeup demonstration, but then there's the bonus makeup demonstration, and they're separate. The bonus demonstration, what that does is it's going to give you the opportunity to have a second look. Okay, hold on. Which session would one pick if you want corrections? Like with you watching me and then making corrections while I do it. You'd want the makeup demonstration, okay? They are priced exactly the same because I'm doing exactly the same thing in terms of the work that we're doing together. The bonus makeup demonstration, though, what that is doing is it's giving you an alternative look, because I had friends that I went out to brunch with yesterday, and my friend was telling me, she's like, every time I see you, you have a different look. Like, I just get excited to see you, to be like, what do you look like today? What level of fabulous are you working with today? Which is the nicest compliment ever. Y'all, I have amazing friends. I'm not even going to pretend. My friends are gold. I love them all. They are so great. It's like a love fest of like, you're fabulous. No, you're fabulous. Like, we are all like, that is how my friends get down. I'm all about it, right? But you may be trying to do a makeup look and you're like, okay, I'm going to do something a little bit different, right? And maybe you use a different eyeliner or you use a different eyeshadow. But when you're done, you're like, looks like I do every single day. Okay, well, I don't know why I wasted that time, because I'm not getting what I want out of this, but I tried, so oh well. And you kind of throw in the towel. I'm going to give you a look that is actually different and teach you how to do it so that you now know you have your daily look that's in rotation every single day. It's your go-to. You don't have to think about it. It's a routine. You know exactly what to use, exactly how to use it. But then when you're ready to switch it up, you have that in your back pocket, because we need creativity as women. Like, we just need something new. There's a reason that we like to go to Home Goods and walk down the aisles and sometimes put things in our cart and then later put it back. Y'all, please give me like a heart emoji if you do that too. I cannot be alone in that one, right? I love Home Goods. Just the colors, the creativity, the different ways that I can imagine my home looking. I'm like, ooh, and I could do those throw pillows and then like add that blanket. Yeah, that'd be good. But who has the money to be like revamping their home every 3 weeks? Like that. Some of you have the money to do that, and I respect that. That's amazing. But that's just not realistic for so many of us, right? But we want the creativity, and that's what a second look does for you. It just gives you like a fresh breath of like, oh man, like I feel like myself, but just like another version of me, you know? Like, you just exude different parts of your personality throughout the days and weeks, and it gives you a little something more to look forward to. So that's what the makeup demonstration and then the bonus demonstration is going to do, okay? And this is where we're going to talk about that online thing. I told you, like, put a pin in it, right? So, like, we're back here, okay? I worked with a client named Allison, and this is what she had to say. Yes, use 85 Beauty for all your makeup needs. I had a makeup consultation with founder Keila Fowler the week before my wedding. The parameters were A, I need to be able to do the look myself, and B, I cannot afford to buy anything else for this wedding. 85 Beauty delivered on both fronts. Keila walked me via computer camera through the entire wedding look, giving me tips and techniques along the way. We used only products I already owned. I learned new techniques and found better ways to make my current products work for me. I not only achieved the look I was going for, but Keila also taught me techniques to remedy my mistakes, because I make them. I'm so happy with the outcome and left the consultation with a stronger working knowledge of my own personal makeup techniques moving forward. Thank you, 85 Beauty. Thank you, Allison. It was a pleasure to work with you. It was amazing. So we sat down just like this through the camera, and she would pick up her brush and I'd say, okay, show me that blush. Awesome. Okay. I want you to dab it just like this. You're going to dab, dab, dab. And then I want you to not even put it on your face. Just bring it to your face and then just to the side right there. And then I want you to tap. I'm going to show you what it looks like first. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Barely touch your skin and give it a try. Just 3 taps. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and do that. She would do it. And then we would go, okay, now I want you to turn your face this way so that we can see what the color looks like. And then turn this way so we can see what the color looks like from this position. I can do all of that with you virtually. But here's the thing that I know to be true. As an artist, your hands, if you are a physical artist, right? If you do pottery, if you do painting, if you do makeup, whatever kind of physical artist that you may be, not like a musical artist, right? Your hands are, you know how athletes get like parts of their bodies like insured, right? I would insure my hands if that was like my thing, because I can't give you my hands. Like the way that I would approach something, the way that I would like my touch, my technique, that comes from my actual hands. And I can't give you that virtually. And that's kind of unfair. So you get a discount on the makeup demonstration, on the bonus makeup demonstration, on the assisted makeup shopping, because yes, I can do that with you virtually. All of those things, you get an online discount of 20% off because it's just fair. It's fair that you get a discount because I can't actually put my hands on you. So that is something that you can do if you're hearing this and you're like, oh, so that's how you make that happen. And this was her wedding, y'all. Like this wasn't even like I just want a new look. Like she was getting married, one and done, like her only wedding she will ever have. And she looked and felt fabulous, as she should and as you should, right? So we can do this online for sure. Last thing that's available is the makeup bag breakdown. And what I love about the makeup bag breakdown is similar to what Allison said in her testimonial, which is you sometimes don't know what products work and what products don't work or how to use them properly. And that's what we need to really assess. Like, let's start at the beginning. Let's look at what you have and let's figure out, okay, how do I use this properly? Or if something isn't working, that's when I give you a demonstration of how to use it properly, how to adjust it, or a recommendation of what you can use that's better. Because she didn't buy anything, but sometimes you might realize, oh, this color isn't really doing anything for me. If I had the same product, because I like the way it feels, but in a different color, that would change everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes a difference. It just does. The lipstick I have on right now, I have it in 4 different colors. I love the texture. I love the way it feels. I love how long it lasts. 4 colors. I can't get enough. I keep buying it over and over and over again. Like, y'all, if you don't know about the Clinique Pop colors, like, get on them. They are gorgeous. And these are matte. They don't dry you out. They last all day. Like, it's magic. Just a little sidebar. I need you to know about that. Okay. So the makeup bag breakdown, you can absolutely purchase that separately, but there's packages because I'm a giver. I'm generous. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I mean that. Like everything in my family, like we are people who give. And my parents, my grandparents have just been incredible models of that. Like you want to be generous. You want to give as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Because generosity flows. Like you give for other people and it comes back to you in unexpected ways. And it's not about what you're going to get back. It's just you do what you would want others to do for you or for your people. You know, like the idea that someone could help my brother if he was in a tough situation, like that's amazing. I would want somebody to take care of my brother. I have one sibling. He's all I've got. I'd want that to happen. So I want to give to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So there's packages. You can get the essential, you can get the signature, or you can get the premium. Now, my favorite, most popular item is going to be the signature. The signature is going to give you the makeup bag breakdown. You get the makeup demonstration, the bonus makeup demonstration, and the assisted makeup shopping. All in one package, and you're saving, I mean, if I do like a little bit of quick math, you're saving over $100. So, I mean, it's serious savings. I mean, I'd go for that, right? The essential though, that's going to give you the makeup bag breakdown and the makeup demonstration. So for some of you, you're like, yeah, let's go through my makeup. Give me a look. That's what I need, right? That one, you're going to save $50. You can get the items separately, but if you get them together, that really helps. And yes, the online discount counts for the 20%, counts to the packages as well. So, I mean, savings on savings. Like, who says no to savings? I don't know those people. If you're one of those people, introduce yourself so I can say hello, because I love a bargain. I don't know about you. And then the premium, like, you get everything under the sun basically, except one thing I didn't tell you. So you're going to get the makeup bag breakdown, the makeup demonstration, the bonus makeup demonstration, the choice of the assisted makeup shopping, or your ultimate makeup collection. You get to choose which one of those you want. And the other thing that you get from the premium is the digital PDF recommendation list. And y'all, this is gold. This is the thing that you will be able to keep going back to every time you're ready to like switch it up. Because when you're ready to get something new, you have to start from scratch all over again. And you're like, well, like, I don't know what color is going to work on me. And I don't know, like, should I get this one or should I get this one? And you're back to square one, where suddenly you're like, oh, geez, here we go again. Not anymore. Because here's what you get. In the digital recommendation list, you're going to get a curated list of recommendations that would be perfect for your current makeup collection. It's going to include listed items. It's going to include shades and colors. And it's going to include a price list and links of where you can purchase it online. So you know exactly which stores it's available in, you know exactly what price it's going for. And I like to send out like coupon codes every once in a while when I know that something's on sale, or like an alert to you. Once I know what you like and I have your recommendation, I do this for my makeup coaching clients. I know that like one of my clients, she likes the It Cosmetics mascara. And every time I see it available on QVC at a discount, I'm like, hey, your mascara's on sale. Go ahead and stock up. Because that's just what I believe in doing that. Like, you got to know when your stuff's on sale so you can get what you need. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, that is all part of the premium. You get all of that. So I just want to leave you with this. You don't need any of this in the grand scheme of things. What you need in your whole life is just to believe that you're beautiful, because you are. You are. If no one's told you, if you haven't had anybody just like take a moment and be like, hey, you're gorgeous. You're doing great. I believe in you. You're wonderful. You are a shining light of joy and happiness, even if you're faking it. I believe in you. I want you to feel beautiful. You are beautiful. And it's not really all about the makeup. A lot of it is about how you feel. And if you need a little makeup to get you there, make it happen. No judgment here. Listen, I feel beautiful all the time, but that's when I have my makeup on. Like, let's be real. Like, of course, have moments where I'm like, yeah, not feeling super beautiful, right? Like when you're breaking out, I don't feel great at all. I feel like my 8th grade version of myself all over again. But sometimes you just need a vehicle to like take you from point A to point B. And point A to point B may be like a swipe of mascara, a swipe of lip gloss, a dab of highlighter, and suddenly you feel better about yourself. And so if that's something that you're interested in and you just want some guidance along the way, somebody to be that big sister, that awesome bestie friend, that person who is going to just be like, hey, I've got your back. We can do this. I'm your girl. All right. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see you all next week, 7 p.m. on 85 Beauty Talks at the 85 Beauty Facebook page. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week and stay fabulous. Bye, y'all.